What's up, everybody? Before you shop for business insurance, you need to know these 5 things. And trust me, 98% of business owners get this wrong. So, number 1, know what your business does. The reason I say that is when you go to an insurance carrier, you want to understand your operations. You want to know what's my client, who I'm trying to go after, what vendors am I trying to get contracts with. The reason I say this is because you want to know what's the requirements, what coverage you need, so you're not overinsuring or underinsuring. But you always want to know what your business does. Because if you understand that, getting insurance can be so much more easier than trying to find and see what the business operations are going to be. So truly understand your business. And if you need help, just ask the question. I'm always willing to help. And number 2, know your revenue and your payroll. What I mean by that is never walk into an insurance agency or an insurance company and say, I'm only going to make $5,000. I'm only going to make $10,000 because you think that price is going to be cheaper. In reality, it's not. Because when you treat yourself as a small business, insurance companies are going to treat you as a small business. So what it looks like is normally when businesses are not generating revenue, it's because there's somewhere that they may not know who is making money, or maybe they don't know what they're doing. They don't have a target audience yet, or maybe they don't have a good product. So always understand that you are shooting for the moon. You're trying to become a great business. And the only way you can do that is hold yourself accountable for trying to hit these targets. And I always recommend at least $50,000 or $75,000, sometimes even $100,000, depending on the industry. Number 3, understand your exclusions. The reason I say that is because you can buy a general liability policy, but then on the other general liability policy, it may cover different things. Everyone wants to compare what they paid with their friends or whoever else it may be. But every policy is designed differently. Every carrier is, designed differently, right? Some carriers are better than others in certain industries. So you just want to know what exclusions you have so you can know how to properly design your business, right? So you know exactly, what you can do and what you can't do. Number 3, don't underinsure, right? Most people think that I'm not doing nothing. I'm not making a lot of money. I don't really need a lot of insurance. But the difference in cost is like 50 cents to $1 or something between like 500,000 per occurrence up to 1 million. So might as well go 1 million, 2 million just to make sure you're properly protecting yourself, because lawsuits get expensive. Insurance companies have the money for them to pay. So make sure you get every dollar for what you're paying for. And I always say that is because I'm a firm believer in insurance. I know what this thing can do for you only if you properly protect yourself. And number 4, choose the right broker. And what I mean by this, don't get no order taker. When I say order taker, don't just go walk into an office, you tell them what you want, and they give you no other advice but price. The reason I say that is because price matters. But if you got a shitty broker, they're not going to properly train you or properly teach you or properly understand your business, because all they're trying to do is price. And my stance here is do what's best for your business. Most people start out their own businesses because they're trying to generate revenue for themselves, take care of their family or take care of their kids, whatever it may be. So take the time out and make these brokers work for their commissions. If you feel like someone's shitty, let them know. You have to be willing to do more.